As we come together for this conference on Zoom through Hoover, it's a stark reminder about how the pandemic sometimes feels like it's been going on for 6+ years, even though it hasn't been that long. So this story that I'm going to share with you today, it's going to feel like the wonderful days of yesteryear, back before social distancing and virtual meetings was even in our vocabulary. The year was 2000. I was in 8th grade going to Hedgepath Williams Middle School in Trenton, New Jersey. The time was just before the end of lunch period. I actually left lunch early that day to go to band practice. And the reason why I did that was because the level of bullying that I received during that lunch period is something that still remains in my memory today. So there I was, sitting on the floor next to the band room, leaning against these canary colored tiles, when at this point there was a girl from 2 grades back that also played the trumpet that came down the stairs on the other side of the band door. And she came down, she saw me crying, didn't say a word. She just sat next to me until the band director came. Now, at first listen, this may sound like a sad story, but this was actually one of the most pivotal memories of my life. As a matter of fact, now that I work in the nonprofit sector, it resonates with me more now than it ever has before. And I'll tell you why. You see, that day, I fell in love with music. I fell in love with its ability to hoist our spirits. I fell in love with its ability to help us translate and communicate emotions that sometimes we just can't attribute words to. And most importantly, that day, I started to form a very beneficial friendship with that girl that will one day become my wife. Now, imagine if the school would not have had a music program that year. Now, as we all are to some degree aware, budgets change on a yearly basis, programs come and go. So that's why for me, I'm grateful that the school had a music program that year, because since they did, it changed the trajectory of my life. And that is only one story in a sea of millions, perhaps even billions, of the lives that have been touched by nonprofits, the services and programs that they offer. Peter Drucker eloquently once described the difference between businesses, the government, and nonprofits. He said, and I quote, "A business has discharged its task when the customer buys a product and is satisfied with it. Government has discharged its function when its policies are effective. The nonprofit institution neither supplies goods or services or controls. Its product is a changed human being. Their product is a cured patient, a child that learns, a young man or woman grown into a self-respecting adult, a changed human life altogether." So fellow volunteers, professionals, or whatever term that you like to use to describe what it is you do, we are all here to become better at helping our communities as well as inspiring others to do the same. And in order to do that, we all need to learn how to work together in harmony, which is the theme of today's keynote. With that in mind, we have a very special presentation that was prepared for all of you with the help of Trenton Central High School Band, illustrating the principles of working together in harmony. Let's have the video, please.
My name is Ted Plunkett. I'm Director of Bands here at Trenton Central High School. I've been the Director of Bands here for quite a while, since 1990, when we had the old building, and now we have the new building. We're looking forward to rebuild the program and start it back up again and bring back the days of old where all students from all parts of town, from all cultures, are going to participate in this wonderful activity. And I just want to say one thing, that something about music, we always determine it to be a universal language, and it is. And I let our students know, whatever background you have, whatever country your parents are from, or whatever language you speak, there's one language that's universal wherever you go, and that's music. We can be in any place on the planet, and as long as we have music in front of us, we don't have to speak the same verbal language, but music will take over and we will unite. So that form of harmony happens into our band program as well, because we have this really potpourri of students from all backgrounds, with all different voices, right, with all different ideas, with all different recommendations. So we look forward to this to be a part of our whole group. The harmony of each individual student brings them together to make this whole thing work and to make this whole thing extremely unique. And by us taking this flavor that we've seen in other places like the other historically black colleges and universities, we've decided to take that part of an element too and create an even broader sense of harmony. So now we have these elements from all different disciplines, all different students and backgrounds, all different styles of music that we incorporate to create this harmony. So it's a really fantastic thing to see at our performances.
I play any instrument in here. I'm the best player in this room.
You can play the cello.
Most definitely.
Yeah, he got it.
Let's see. Do you mind? Come on, Thomas. Thomas, I'm going to show you. We're going to teach you a valuable lesson here. If this thing works and you come through, I got to eat my hat. But I'm telling you everything. This is the lesson I want you guys to pick up on. All right?
I'll buy you a hat.
All right. You're going to buy me a hat? Yeah. You're going to explain that. Thomas, this is
I got this.
your boy, okay?
That's my brother.
Sleep on these. Sleep on these.
No. You don't need any help, so let's go. We'll take it from the top, all right?
Oh, I got this.
And when he's finished, please give him a round of applause.
Yeah.
Okay? All right, so Tom, before you start, let's see what he's got. I'm not going to take it too far. See how we go. You might play an old song. Thomas, let's not talk about it, let's be about it, all right?
Most definitely. I got this. Light work. I sleep on these.
All right, here we go. Can I have a little drums, me, the drums and you, me and the drums, all right, from the beginning. ESPN, 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go.
You feel me? I'm a little rusty. I'm a little rusty.
You didn't play it on one note right.
Yes, I did. You
Play
just
the-
didn't hear it. I heard it. You didn't hear it.
Play the last note.
Last
Ready,
note?
go. Okay, all right, good.
See, it's correct though. Like you just not hearing it.
Could you give him his instrument back, Thomas? Thank you so much. This is exactly what we're talking about. Everyone's got to play their own part, stay in their own lane. So Thomas, just give him a round of applause. He didn't do it.
Someone playing wrong. It sounds like it's from coming over here, like John.
John, then?
That was her. No, she is.
Don't play any.
No, you. I'm like her. No, that's the.
Well, I kind of heard it too. Did you guys hear that? Sounds like somebody's playing the wrong part. It's like leaving the wrong. Okay, well, let's focus it. But pointing the finger's not going to ever solve anything. Should man up and fess up, whoever it is, but that's okay. Let's get focused. What are you doing? Is it me? Is it me? What? God, you got headphones on? What page are you on? What song are you on? Mike, can you help him out? Can you tell him where we are? Thank you.
I'm Guadalupe, and something we do to keep the harmony together is like, I'm not sure if you guys got to see, but we like to play music just randomly, and sometimes if we know the music, people will start playing along, and soon enough, I think a couple of times the entire band has started the entire song together, and it was really cool. So we just like keep practicing, keep urging each other to like do better, and like practicing that stuff together really helps like build that cohesion that you hear. The music is made in a way that's repetitive and a way that people have the same part. So if you're having problems with a part, you can ask somebody else. Even if they don't have the same part as you, you can ask them, be like, hey, how does this rhythm go? Or hey, how does this sound like with your part? Just listen across the entire band and you'll get the hang of it eventually. And just work together with other people. And something I learned about being in the band is that cohesion is a very important thing, because one person playing one wrong thing can mess up the entire vibe of the song. So just listen across and work together with your fellow band members to get stuff done and to get things sounding well.
Thinking about the team who is showing up. You're part of the team, and I'm glad you're here. The other ones aren't. Let's see how we can make this work with the little bit that we have. Let's take the song we're going to be playing at the big band session. All right? The songs might check. We'll take it from the top. We'll go as far as we can, and we'll see how we sound. Small group, we're going to do the best with what we have. All right? Here we go. From the beginning, mic check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, ba-ba, boom. okay. You know what? I'm proud of you guys being here, but this is not the band. And unfortunately, this is not going to sound good enough for us to actually perform. We can't perform this way. You're here, they're not here, but I applaud you for really being responsible, for being team players. So we got to wait till we get the rest of the group here to see if we can make this thing happen. So give yourself a little round of applause for showing up. Just a little one, not big. Is that, did you get everybody? No, I didn't sign. Okay, we'll get you to sign before we do that. All right. All right, here we go. You guys ready? All right, we're going to finally everyone showed up. I'm glad everybody is here. This is actually a larger group than we've been having for Thursday for quite some time. And it looks like everybody's participating and everybody's being a team player, finally getting a chance for all of us to make this thing work together as a unit, as a team. One, two, three.
My name is Abdullah, and one thing that keeps us all working together is asking for help. I've learned here that I should never be afraid to ask for help, because if I'm struggling with something, chances are someone else is struggling with it too, and either we can find someone that does know what to do, or we can work together to find a solution. And with a lot of the songs, they are repetitive, and if we get one part together, then we can get pretty much half of the song together. And that kind of has made being a musician a lot easier. A teachable moment for me, this happened last year. When I had first come here, one of the first songs that we played, I'd been playing it wrong and I didn't know why, because I was reading it right, but I turned to the trombonist next to me and asked what was I doing wrong, and he said that I should remember to look at the key signature, that's the sharps and flats of the song, and I didn't even realize that there was a key signature. I thought we were just playing the normal natural notes, and that reminded me that I always need to look at the key signature as soon as we get a new song. And to communicate with the other musicians in the band has been really, really helpful. And it'll often not even only be someone in my section. It could be as a trombonist, I'm playing low notes, so sometimes I could ask for help from a cellist, and I'd be able to find a solution there. So be able to ask for help and be able to know that you can find help anywhere. Be ready to put your best foot forward, and remember to stay dedicated to both the band and yourself, and be sure that you can stay motivated.
Don't hate. We ain't hating.
If you can get the trumpet, I would really be surprised.
Okay, we got the trumpet. Here we go. Guys, once and all, it's out of tune a little bit, but that's all right. I'm just all right. We'll bring this in on the second chorus. I gotta look at a little beat. Can you guys give a little clap for it? Doom, doom, doom. Can you give me some clap? Give me a clap or something? Keep it going. Can you clap? All right.
Clap off beat.
One, two.
Clap off beat. Clap on the 3 and the 2.
All right. 1, 2, 3, and. All right, then, clap.
Perfect.
Clap and then the first. All right, here goes. I'm gonna keep on. All right, here we go.
Okay, all right.
All right, give it up, give it up. All right? It's at the same time. Thank you, Kira. You got my back. I was
Amazing job, Mr. Plunk. You did amazing.
Hear that, G?
Yeah, I did.
So please do not attempt this at home. All right? They said it couldn't be done with the Plunk Band. Please, we at the same time bass, drums, and baritone horn. One. There we go. Hold on. Just a second. Come on, y'all. All right, is that enough? All right, am I good? Am I good for it? On my behalf, Mr. Pucciotti's, Mr. Plunkett's behalf, I'd like to apologize for myself, including him on this, thinking that I can do this without him. But you all see, I just want to make sure I apologize for all of you. I need you. We need each other. We're in this together. There's a word I like to say from my country. Todos somos juntos. All right? Give yourself a round of applause. We'd like to thank Princeton Community Works for all your valuable time and including us in this wonderful project. So we're reaching out to you and saying thanks to you, and we appreciate you. Thank you very much.